Hey, what's happening? Welcome to our form breakdown for our hand-to-hand kettlebell swings. Now, Forrest Vance here from kettlebellbasics.net and the Kettlebell Basics Facebook page. This is a movement that we're doing in our monthly 28-day kettlebell challenge this month. And if you're interested, I'll put a link somewhere around this video. You can learn more about that. It's a movement that is great for hip power, coordination, mental focus, and a lot more. But it's also one that a lot of people have a little tricky time really dialing in. So I want to go through this one with you. So prerequisite number one is to get your swings down. So make sure you work your two-hand swings. Make sure that you have your swings down so that you can get a good hip snap, hip pop, and you're getting to where that bell is floating and becoming weightless at the top when you do your two-hand swings. And practice, practice, practice. Most people get some feedback, whether it's me, we do even coaching where we'll look at your form and check out your video. We have that in the challenges. People post their videos of them doing kettlebell swings. We can give you feedback, get with a coach in your local area, whatever it is. But it's going to take you, most people, 1,000 reps, couple thousand reps, maybe more, to get the form down on your swings and really dial it in. So that's step one. Now, 3 things to think about when you get to doing your hand-to-hand swings. Make sure you can do one-arm swings. That's tip 0.05. This is not one of the 3. I just thought of this. So level 2, make sure you can do one-arm swings. You can pack your shoulder, stay square, resist the rotations, all that kind of stuff. So now, the 3 tips for the actual hand-to-hand swings. Once you have the two-hand swings down, once you have the hand-to-hand swing, one-arm swings down, hip pop, like we talked about. You got to get enough pop to where that bell is really going to end up floating. And that's kind of 1 and 2 combined. So hip pop, snap those hips. Hips should come through before that bell gets to the peak. My hip should snap before the bell's floating, right? 2-hand, 1-hand, hand-to-hand, hips have to pop. It's like if I was swinging a bat, I snap, my hips come through, then the bat comes through. It's not just one motion, right? So think about that, or even throwing a punch, same kind of idea. So if you look at, I'm doing my hand-to-hand swings. Now, the other thing I'm thinking about, number 2 thing, is the float. So when I pop my hips, it goes with getting this bell to float. I got to have this bell floating in the air in order to be able to efficiently switch hands. So that's my tip number 2, is make sure that bell is floating. I'm popping my hips and the bell's floating properly. If you're not getting that float, the timing is going to be off. You're not going to be able to do the motion well. Number 3 is, how do I actually switch hands? What I'd like to do, start like I'm going to do a two-hand swing. One hand is one side of the kettlebell, one hand's on the other side of the kettlebell. So I don't have my hand in the middle of the bell. I can't do it that way, especially when you're starting. Get your hand on one side, then I don't have to grab. My hand never actually has to leave the handle. I can just be kind of grabbing one side, grabbing the other side. Eventually, you can get to where we're here, and the bell floats, and I can grab it, and now the bell actually is weightless in the air for a second. And that's cool too. You can progress to that. So those are your 2 kind of options there. But I like definitely starting with kind of the one hand on one side, one hand on the other side. And remember, last little tip on that switch as well, think about getting this bell as it's coming up. I don't want to think about it here, because then I'm not going to end up switching the hands until that kettlebell gets down here. We don't want to switch hands down in this area. We want to switch hands up here when the bell's up in front of you floating. So there's your 3 tips for your hand-to-hand swings. Hip pop, get the float, get the hand switch down. You'll have that move mastered in no time. If you want to do this movement, learn more about how to do lots of other cool exercises, and get some instruction from us, gain lean muscle, burn fat, do it all at home with a couple kettlebells, 20 to 30 minutes a day, 3 to 4 days a week. Check out our 28-day challenges. I'll put a link around this video. That's it for today. Have a great one. We'll talk to you soon.